What's up, everybody? This is Rich from True Budget EDC and Prepping. Use your gear, lose your gear, because if you're not using it, you might as well lose it. So, I want to come on here today and do a quick go over of a knife that I just got the other day. Don't need a lot of time to go over it, so figured I'd do it today. I'm just going to slap down a True Budget EDC Hank. Has a good background because it's super bright yellow, makes everything stand out really well. So, what is a knife? Here it is. I just showed this the other day in a video. It is the mini Bugout S30V manual open everyday outdoor blue class. That is what I got. Now, what comes in the box? You know, get a little bag, get a little information in there, get your access lock info, and that's what you get in the box. So, pretty decent presentation, pretty solid box. What else came with it? Since I got it from SMKW, they gave you a few free gifts with it. You get this two-sided pocket sharpener, which is actually pretty useful. I've been using it for kitchen knives, and it's actually really good. It opens like a ballet song, which is super cool. So you get the 400 grit side, you get the 1000 grit side, diamond. Super cool. Like it a lot, actually. And it's easily pocketable, carry it around if that's what you want to do. I just throw it in the kitchen drawer out there. Got, you know, if I need to sharpen one of my knives, I just pull it out instead of having to go downstairs and get all my bench stones out of my garage. And then they give you this. This is an SMKW coin on one side, and then it says Benchmade on the other. So pretty decent coin. I like it a lot, except they put a sticker across it. So the hell, I had to mess with it to get the sticker off and then clean it off. That's annoying. Like, why in the F would you put a sticker on it? But whatever, got it off and it's all good to go now. And the knife is in my pocket. It is the mini Bugout in Alpine Glow. So what do I think of this knife? I don't know. Like, you know, I know everybody's like losing their minds. They're like, what the hell? Rich is buying Spyderco. Now he's buying Benchmade. I don't have a lot of options simply because I'm trying to buy more American and not China, right? So you got to do what you got to do. There's a lot of American-made Spydercos and Benchmades are made in the United States. So that kind of drew me to what I was doing, where I'm going. And I like the Bugout, and I like the mini Bugout because I like the blade shape. I know they say it's a drop point, but to me it's more of a spear point, but you know, whatever, it's in the same family. I like the size. It clicks a lot of boxes, right? So I've been looking at it for a long time. Just haven't pulled the trigger. $180 knife MSRP. Usually on, you know, SMKW or whatever, it's a little bit less, $20 less. It's like $162. But they're discontinuing this color, this Alpine Glow, and the Seafoam Green. Because it was a limited edition. So this knife on SMKW right now is $110. So I was like, bro, I gotta, like, I have to. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I bought it, and it showed up super quick. And like I said, it's on SMKW. There's this color and another color that's Seafoam Green. Go to SMKW, because I went to Blade HQ, and Blade HQ is selling for $129. So you get a better deal at SMKW, definitely. With tax for me is $116. I mean, you can't beat it. So that's, you know, a bunch of things came together for me to buy that. But I mean, it's an okay knife. I like it. You know, part of my indifference, I guess, or, you know, I'm underwhelmed because I got a lot of knives and I've been around knives for a really long time, and I mean, I don't really know. I'm just like, meh. I mean, it's not a bad knife. It's actually a really good knife. I like the Cerakote that's on it. It's black. They call it cobalt black. I like that a lot. That's nice. It is S30V, so it's a good steel. I like crossbar locks. I like the mini clips. Those are good. This is oxide coated, black oxide coated. The thing I don't like is that they put this jimping underneath the scale back here. I hate that when companies do that because it's pretty useless, and then it creates a hot spot because now this is poking in your hand where the clip is. Normally I would hold it more up here, but if I do that, then it's barely catching the back of my thumb. So this jimping is absolutely useless. And it's not aggressive at all. It's really not that good. So, I mean, I wish they would have put it on the blade instead of like underneath the scales where you can barely feel it. I like I said, the blade. I like the swedge. I know a lot of people complain about the lightweight scales. This is Grivery, and they say it feels cheap and plasticky, or like a toy. You know, I understand why they did it. They did it to make it lightweight, right? It weighs 1.56 ounces when I weighed it. That's why they're there. So I totally don't have a problem with that. It does feel like, not cheap, but I don't know, delicate, I guess. I mean, I guess it feels like you're not gonna be able to do hard, like, labor with it for sure. I mean, it's not a big knife. It's 6.5 inches overall. It's got a 2.75 inch blade. So it's not a huge knife, but it's a good size. I like it. I think this is a very, very good EDC knife, honestly. I really do. It's light. It's very compact. It's not a giant knife. It's not going to raise any eyebrows. I like this color. I mean, there's a lot of good things about this knife. And I actually, it's quite ergonomic. Usually when there's an axis lock or a crossbar lock involved, it is ergonomic. And this is pretty ergonomic for being a small knife. I can get all 4 fingers on it. I like that. It's got a good plunge line, good sharpening choil, full flat grind. I like that. I always try to get full flat grinds. The only thing is, also, when I got it, it wasn't very good action. I had some blade stick, lock stick actually, and I had to mess with it. And it's still not like fantastic. It's whatever. I don't know. It's getting there. It's not bad though. I'm doing it sideways too, so I almost dropped it, so I need to stop doing that. But whatever. So it wasn't really all that great in the action. It was pretty tight. I had to oil it and mess around with it and then flick it open and close like 100,000 times, but whatever. It's getting better, like I said. I do like where they put the thumb stud. I mean, that's a weird thing to like, right? I know that a lot of companies that have smaller knives put the thumb stud in a really weird spot, so it's not really comfortable to use. So you just, you know, disengage it and flip it that way. But this one's in a really good spot. It's actually really satisfying because it's good to open like that. It just flies out like a rocket. So good positioning on the thumb stud. It's got decent grippiness. I mean, it's a pretty good knife overall. Like I said, I don't think it's like the greatest knife in the world, but it is a decent knife, and I mean, I like it. I think it's a really good EDC knife, actually. Yeah, I mean, you got the little gripes about it, like, you know, people say it's cheesy feeling. I mean, but there's a reason for that, to make it light. It's not great action out of the box. I mean, I got the Deca, and the Deca, you know, the people were complaining about that too, because it's lightweight, FRN. They said, oh, it feels like crap. But the Deca, when I got it, was out of the box, sick action. You know what I mean? It's a bigger knife, more steel, I get it. Open and close is easier. But I honestly feel that the crossbar lock on that is better than the crossbar lock on this. This knife is very smooth though. Opening, for sure, when you use the thumb stud. Definitely very smooth. I like that a lot. I mean, I don't know. I could compare it to this, which is the James Brand Carter, similar size knife, 6.5 inches. This just has a really, really thin blade. And as you can see, this blade is definitely a little bit higher from spine to edge. And it's made out of G10, so contour G10 is a bit heavier. It's got more of a liner in there. And actually this one has a pretty good crossbar lock as well. So I don't know, I think people are doing the crossbar lock better than the innovators are actually. So this would be the one that I would say that I compare it to. And they're not using jimping here either. They're using a thumb disc, which is actually in a perfect location. But James Brand is a design company, and that's what they do. I honestly feel that has a better design than this. But I feel that this is a decent knife, for sure. $180 MSRP? No way. I would never. Actually, I don't think it's worth that. I don't care what it's made out of. It's made out of, you know, good stuff. They say it's 5860 HRC. It is powder steel, CPM S30V. It's decent. It's got a good coating on it. That's fantastic too. Ceramic coating. I think that's awesome. But 180? Nah. Smoky Mountain Knife Works was selling it for $162 before they put it on sale, and that was their normal price. And I don't think it's worth that either. I think it's worth what I paid for it, $110, $120 max for this knife. Now this, so yeah, I think that it's definitely in the 110, 120, you know, 125 price range actually. I mean, my budget that I'm trying to keep at is 125 to 150. This came in under that. But with the materials and everything else, I'd say, yeah, you know what? It's probably $125, $130 knife. It's definitely not 160, definitely not 180. You know, it's not a hard use knife for sure, but it's a good EDC knife, you know. You got to cut open packages, apples, things like that you do on a daily basis. I don't see this being a problem. It is a really good knife. And I definitely would carry it with a secondary blade, which I do anyway. So, You know, I carry the Buck 110 LT. I've been carrying it for a while. Apex Alchemy actually put the carry a Buck 110 challenge out, and I went to Surviving the Daily, who tagged me in it, and that's what I'm doing. I carry this knife anyway all the time as a secondary knife, so I'm cheating. But it's a good knife overall. Like I said, it's nothing special. I don't think it's the greatest knife in the world. I don't think it's the worst knife in the world. I think it's got some good points. I think it's got some bad points. Not really any bad points, honestly, to be honest with you. Other than the fact I'm not following in on all the hype. I don't understand the hype. It's a good, smaller sized EDC knife. It's a good size. It's good material. It's got a good grind. Once you work it in, it's got decent action. It's smooth. And overall, I mean, it's pretty good. But it's not like the end-all be-all for knives, for sure. This knife has only been out since 2020, so it hasn't really been out for a very long time. Same with the regular full-size Bugout, I think 2017. So, you know, all the hype for a knife that's only been out 3 years, I don't get it. I just think that hype is created by Benchmade, like for the Benchmade fans. Everybody else is like, meh, like, sort of like me, right? Like, I think it's a good knife, but I think there's better stuff than this. Honestly, if I had to pick between this size knife, I'd pick the Delica probably. It's a little bit bigger, but I would definitely pick a Spyderco probably over a Benchmade because of the fact that the FRN is lightweight, but it's good. It's, you know, sturdier. It doesn't feel like it's gonna fall apart in your hands, honestly. And it just feels like you can cut through, you know, anything with this knife. With this one, not so much. But it's not a bad knife. It's good. Check it out. Go to Smoky Mountain Knife Works. I'm telling you, 110, you're not going to get a better price than that. Definitely worth the price at that price point. So this has been the Benchmade Mini Bugout in Alpine Glow. I love the color. You guys have a good one.